Welcome back, everyone. Before we dive into tonight's terrifying tales, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Silent Scream for more real horror stories. Now, let's get into it. Story 1. The Ringing. I was about 16 years old and babysitting my neighbor's kids. It was just a normal day. We did our schoolwork, played some games, watched some TV. The parents would be back around 6 p.m. I think it was about 4 p.m., and I started hearing a knock on the door. I told the kids that must be our neighbors and that they probably just wanted to come in and play. They said, okay, but asked me to check. So I went to the door and peeked through the peephole. All I saw was a black ring on the doormat. I was confused. I opened the door and said hello, but no one was there. I thought it was weird, but assumed that whoever it was had just left. About 10 minutes later, I heard the doorbell ring. I went to the door and was shocked to see the same black ring. This time I stepped outside and shouted, "What is this?" Still no answer. I couldn't help but feel uneasy. I decided to just ignore it and go back to watching TV with the kids. For the next hour, the doorbell kept ringing. Always the same black ring. The kids were getting scared. I told them it was just my imagination and everything was fine. But I wasn't so sure anymore. After the 4th or 5th time, I decided to check the security cameras. The ring had appeared on the video feed, but there was nothing behind it. Just a black ring. At this point, I was really freaked out. I told the kids to hide in the bedroom closet and lock the door. I got my baseball bat and started walking toward the door. I was ready to smash it down. Suddenly, I heard heavy footsteps approaching. My heart started racing. Who was out there? What did they want? I gripped the baseball bat tightly, my knuckles turning white as the footsteps grew louder. They stopped right outside the door. I could hear their breathing, their muffled voice, scratching at the door. Whatever was on the other side was big. I was shaking, but I knew I had to do something. I took a deep breath and swung the bat. I smashed it through the door, sending splinters flying everywhere. But when I looked out, there was nothing there. It was like whatever was out there had disappeared. I checked outside, but there were no signs of anyone. I walked back inside, shaken but relieved. I thought it was just my imagination playing tricks on me. But the next day, the homeowners came back and told me that they had new Ring doorbells installed. The previous ones had mysteriously stopped working the day before. They thanked me for looking after their kids, and we exchanged contact info. I went on with my life and eventually forgot about the incident. Until one day, about 8 months later, I got a message from my neighbor. She told me that she had been reviewing the footage from her security cameras. She was horrified to see the same black ring on the doorbell camera, the exact same ring that I had seen. Only now it had reappeared on another camera. It was at the end of the driveway. She ended the message with, "Thank you for protecting my family." I was shocked. What was that thing? Why was it always bringing the same ring? And why did it stop after I left? I never found out. Story 2. Knocks in the middle of the night. I used to get these random knocks on my window in the middle of the night. I live in a fairly remote area with lots of wildlife. At first, I thought it might be raccoons, but it was a large knocking sound, like someone was knocking to get in. I tried ignoring it, but it would happen almost nightly. Eventually, I got so fed up that I wanted to catch whatever was doing this. I got some plywood, nailed it over the window, and went to bed. In the morning, I checked the plywood, and there were several large dents in it. I tried blocking it off again, but this time I put up a motion-activated camera. Unfortunately, the battery died during the night, so I didn't get any footage of the culprit. But what I found in the morning was even scarier. Whoever or whatever was knocking had left huge three-toed marks on the plywood. It was like something from a horror movie. After that, I didn't try to block it off again. I didn't want to know what was out there. Story 3. Outside my window. I was homesick from work and watching TV on my couch. It was nighttime, and I lived alone. I heard a tapping noise and looked out the window. I live in the second-story apartment above a bakery. Directly under my window are the bakery's dumpsters. The noise was coming from inside the dumpster. I thought it was weird, but not really worth paying attention to. Then I heard it again. Whoever or whatever was inside the dumpster was moving around. I tried to ignore it, but curiosity got the best of me. I pulled back the curtain a little to take a peek. That's when I saw the creature. It was a humanoid shape. It seemed to be wearing a gray hooded sweatshirt. I blinked and it vanished. I thought I must have imagined it. About 30 minutes later, I heard noises in the dumpster again. I pulled back the curtain and saw the same figure sitting in the dumpster. This time I could make out its face. It was emaciated with long, hanging skin. Its jaw was misaligned and hung open, revealing yellowed teeth. It stared directly at me and slowly raised a finger. I screamed and yanked the curtain shut. I called my neighbor, who lives downstairs, and asked if she'd heard anything. She said she hadn't. I asked her to look in the dumpster just in case. She came back with an apologetic smile and said, "Sorry, it was just a big rat. Must have been scratching around for food scraps." I never saw the creature again, but I always wonder if it was just a very realistic-looking homeless person or something more sinister. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to like and subscribe for more terrifying tales.